10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Sniper!
Dire team ban.
Ah!
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Ah!
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Disruptor!
Radiant team pick.
Vengeful spirit.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
queen of pain.
Radiant team pick.
Drow Ranger.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Puck!
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining.
Dark Seer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Keep the pressure off. They are going to lose heroes with this fragile lineup, but they for sure
For
can
battle.
kill more heroes on the other side. So as long as they're not daunted by that prospect and they keep going, I think they got a better shot at this one than at the last one, for sure.
Definitely have to play very close wall, essentially.
Yeah, their margin for error is a lot thinner than Team Spirit's, but their possibility to run away with the game is larger, I think. It's a risk-reward kind of thing, and they said we take the risk, and I can respect that.
Yeah. It is an elimination game for C9. If they lose this one, then they're out of the tournament for good for the second time in a row, actually, because I don't think they made it in the finals
30
of last
seconds
season.
to battle.
That was a bit of a crazier one though, with an increased prize pool, single elimination. and higher level teams also joining just because it's one of the first tournaments after 7.0. And the glimpse they actually find Joe. Oh no! We're talking about Disruptor possibly being an issue for the pack. It times the glimpse
The battle
perfectly.
begins.
Yeah, that was very smooth, and I don't think they expected to see the Slardar up there already, because I myself expected him to be down on the bot lane with the Darkseer right from the start, but instead he stopped, and Hesijo just gets caught off guard.
Well, already off to a similar start in the last game. At the very least, it's not Baby Knight who dies. Arguably, the mid lane a little bit more important, but now we've got Noya up here as well. I can just shrug that off and use the power of the Monkey King. FMG still sticking around here. They will know exactly that this is gone. Attack vision, and they go in for the Primal Spring. Slow's coming through. Joe with a little bit extra right clicks. Quite enough to reach the slaughter down though just yet. But you can imagine these kind of things being a lot more potent once Ace gets a couple of extra levels. Especially once he hits level 6 and this extra damage really starts to mount up for these range. I think it's Primal Spring actually. Yeah.
The aggression does not let up.
There it is, a couple of right clicks. Has to Joe pick that one up. Moya takes quite a bit of damage though, and he will get caught by the crush, so they'll have to trade 1 for 1.
That is worth it for sure though. Spirit are dedicating 3 heroes to this lane, and right now Cloud9 are getting just as much out of them as out of this lane as them.
Starting to chew through the region here. BZC South was also cancelled. Eventually he's gonna get the healing ward, but until then slight advantage, but no, the Passenger dies here. Another Primal Spring to turn us around. FNG started to drop low and he will die. BZC also not exactly healthy as Bounding Strike comes out to control, do a little bit of extra damage. Ragna's not gonna be enough to keep Noya alive. Passenger might actually get the kill, and he does. Will he survive himself though? Vanscore almost dies to creeps, but he does survive with about 30 health points. And that's Joe. So lucky himself.
7 kills at 2 minutes,
crazy,
and they have all been up on this top lane.
From the tempest of battle.
Oh man. I guess Ace is happy he's getting complete free from that bottom. Obviously not a whole lot of Darkseer can do. In fact, he's in Medius. He found himself in Nimbus Rune. Ready to poke at Baby Knight. And he should figure that out now. Yeah. Oh god.
And Iceberg is
Dire's middle towers
was actually not doing as well.
It's being slowed down. DK Phobos can easily surge forward if he wants somebody. It's just...
Ooh.
Wow. One more tick. 2 more ticks from the Shadow Strike. But I think the Tango will heal. No! I think normally Tangos are enough, but okay, no, it's not, never mind. It's still 2 Shadow Strike. You don't heal through that. Oh, Baby Knight was a slight misplay. He knew that there wasn't even this Darkseer there. He felt the
Top's going again.
Okay. This time we kill a Noya without a counter kill. Spirit.
Dire's bottom towers.
Yeah, that's actually unexpected. They've been punishing Team Spirit every time they went forward, but this time the damage was a bit too spread out.
At the very least, you finally run through all of that region, so these 2 support heroes have to walk all the way back to base.
Yeah.
BZZ, only level 3, so that's another thing that they've at least been accomplishing, just keeping the supports up top and making sure that they have to share XP with BZZ.
Yeah. So I really like this laning stage out of C9 so far. They're getting everything they want for Ace. They're keeping the top lane nice and busy. And it's actually gotten to the point that Noya can roam if he wants to now.
Guys. He got so lucky there. Right, a couple of steps earlier to this bottom rune, which was a haste rune. If FNG gotten that would have been 100% a kill on Rise. But as it stands, even if he uses it to snag away the bottom rune on top of it. So.
He does lose a rune ward for it though.
Yeah.
So that's some good awareness out of FNG to at least get something of a trade. And oh!
Courier spotted him. That's what Baby Knight's actually super low health. Yeah, you might just dive this, and he does. He needs some help on Baby Knight, but he's not getting it. A lot of damage being done by shrapnel in the tower, but not enough to actually kill anybody.
Yeah, and there's...
He could have come in there and maybe done something, you know.
I mean, he was very low, it all went very fast. The only one I think that could have done anything was Noya. But I see he's been up to some things, so he probably had a lot of abilities on cooldown. And they do not have anything like a Dazzle that can just TP in and save the day.
Well, on the bright side, Ace is getting closer and closer to level 6. He should almost have it with his creepy, shouldn't he? Maybe not quite.
He is
Dire's top
nearly
tower is under
there.
attack.
Meanwhile, up top, look at this, BZ. Actually starting to very well though. Another bundle strike not available, but does have a primal spring. Walking forward, Joe. This time around, the glimpse was not enough. Well timed there with the Johns, but middle lane again. Iceberg and FNG working together to bring down the sniper. He's once again left alone.
Yeah, that's the price you pay for putting Noya on this top lane. And Team Spirit sort of forced that with the Queen of Pain pick, because you can't get kills on a Queen of Pain with just a roaming Monkey King there.
So, do you think C9 can actually recover from Baby Knight being put under so much pressure in mid? Just on the basis of like Pro, Aura, and the other lanes? Oh, actually top lane. Can BZ took quite a bit of damage from that.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of it depends on the timing of this Slaughter Blink Dagger, because that's their gap closer to get on top of the Drow, get on top of the Sniper. And if they don't get the Blink Dagger, Spirit is actually in trouble, because they will just get, well, blinked away at the
straight up
distance.
an AC, FNG did everything to try and slow him down. The stun, the silence was still fast enough for the sprint. Iceberg was also there with a blink right on top of Ace. And they get the kill.
Yeah, very nice. And that was just when he hit his level 6 too, so no tempo coming out of that damage boost just yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's come back in a moment. Maybe not even win for the Bracer. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, he is not having a fun time, but I think that's kind of what he signed up for once the Queen of Pain pick came out. And they picked up the Sniper so early. Gave Spirit plenty of time to think about a good reaction. And yeah, FNG was not about to let his runes get sniped again.
Really like the way
He's doing
he's
sniping
Tower is
every
under
time.
just constantly finding stuff to do on the map. Either setting up kills or just, as he did just now, queuing extra bounties.
Yeah, and Team Spirit have really just left BZZ out to dry on this top lane, trading it for some pressure on the Drow instead.
It's fine though, I guess. I mean, he's 3 points up into the queue, into Blade Fury.
Yeah, and he has that healing ward to keep himself going. So it's not like he won't get anything. And they're going on bot lane again.
Yep. Stumps on the rise. Get caught up by that. Goes on the stun and glimpse back down. Yeah. So I just leave it be. He's better walk away.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under attack.
he was walking forward for a bit, like maybe I can slap someone? Maybe not.
Invisibility.
Yeah, Noya all this
He's
time
gotta keep his distance.
has been jumping back and forth on the trees, just waiting for an opportunity. But now Iceberg even got himself in this, making an appearance up top, reveals himself to try and go and Hessenjoy. He only used the orb, so now easy Omni Slash as well as the Sonic Wave. Maybe a bit of an overcommitment. Small little puck, but they do secure the kill again. Meanwhile down bottom, the rest of Team Spirit still setting up. Trying to bait out DK Phobos a little bit, but I think this movement has been spotted. And know what's going on here, but the Mental get caught out. Ace and not that, gets the silence, but Neuer also makes an appearance. That's a bundle strike, gets secured one. DK Phobos also dropping low. The crowd will keep Neuer away, as they now have to deal with FNG. They will be able to secure the kill and stay alive, so C9 knew what was coming, able to set up properly for it.
Yeah, very nice. And I think Team Spirit once again underestimated the damage coming out of Cloud9. Because they knew that Baby Knight couldn't come in, so they're like, alright, let's go for this. But instead the two supports are just enough to not deter them, but even get a kill.
Yep. Two kills here.
Yeah, two of them.
DK Phobos and the Disruptor. So it's definitely,
Yes, Phobos
yeah,
by
it's
two
definitely
there.
something that C9 desperately needed.
Yeah, and
They
the
need
wall was
to-
committed too, so that threat is also gone for now.
Yep.
And that creates quite a lot of space. So,
Team Spirit don't want to
Dyer's top tower
look
is
at
under
Iceberg
Yeah.
hunting down Baby Knight.
Cool BBK. No time at all.
Yeah, this Queen of Pain had a double damage rune and she was just like, you know what, I fancy some dwarf for dinner.
Yeah.
And she nearly got him
Dyer's
too.
top tower has been denied.
Top lane, BZ gets it in nine even.
That's a shame, but that is the first tower down.
Still some extra money, some extra map control as well, and Hasijo, he's also level 8. Haven't talked about that much. We haven't seen a single Dream Call just yet, but if he starts roaming around, if he starts joining these fights to counter-initiate on Team Spirit's aggression, then we might see even more kills coming through, because that Dream Call
Radiant's
rate
middle
and just
tower is
keeping
under
people in
attack.
range for Ace to keep right-clicking. That's
Exactly.
the hero that's actually sitting on top of the net worth chart despite everything.
Like he dropped a single Dream Coil to try and escape from the double ultimate a while back, but that doesn't really count. I'm looking forward to see if Team Spirit actually wants to commit
Trying
into
to
those
bring
team
down
fights.
Iceberg here, stun. Not quite enough damage though, almost dies. He's dropping down to 20 health points or so.
Very close.
Very bold attempt there, for sure. Now smoke up, Shrine to just bring Iceberg back to full health. He also has an arcade
Dyer's
room,
middle tower is
so
under attack.
it's definitely
Yeah,
something
and
that they want
Neuer-
to use. Ace, even if he hides under the tower, he should be dying here, but instead Team Spirit looking for the easier target. It's gonna be a Rise. As the makes rotation through, they get the promise paying off, so they want to try and take this fight. They do a decent amount of damage here. Ace coming back in here with a follow-up silence on the Quap. And with the assassinate, just make sure that he dies, and they're actually getting all the right clicks inside the shrapnel. Van score. Last man standing here, but only for a while longer, so C9 saying, hey, we have our spells and they're pretty damn good. Beautiful control coming out here from the Dream Call, the silence especially. Just being so
Radiant's
devastating for
top
Quap.
tower is
He
under attack.
couldn't get anything off.
Yeah, they were just running around like headless chickens, trying to not break the bond, but they also tried not to stay on top of each other, and the result was just, well, as you said before, the two range heroes plinking away from a distance. Really a model team fight for Cloud9. They'd like that to happen more often for sure.
It's gonna get even worse. Level 12 now to draw ranges. We have level 2 marksmanship plus 52 damage. So just plus 30 or so. True for everybody.
Yeah, and the tower pressure hasn't even started to ramp up yet. But Team Spirit is gonna feel that pretty soon. So they stand to be losing quite some map control, and they haven't made any tempo towards C9's towers as of yet.
They still have a pretty good baseline though in terms of farm, especially the Starkseer is actually the highest farm on the Dire side. Not sure if you... Okay.
My finest work.
Good catch actually. Oh, they found that one. Okay. Starkseer the highest farmer. Sometimes you'd say, hey, offlane is the highest farmer. What's that about? Actually, look at this item build. What is this? Helm of the Dominator on Darkseer?
Yeah, it was actually very prominent at the start, where you could just surge a creep,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
preferably a centaur. You just run in with a surged iron shelled creep, get a stun off, and then
On top lane, they're gonna
run
go
in
on to
yourself.
BZ. There's some help coming, but Spirit think, no, we better get the hell out of there. He snaps the call with the spin, but Ace is there, has to show with the mobility, able to ensure the kill after all.
Yeah,
Now
and
there's
this is a bit of an over TP from C9. They didn't need all those heroes up top, and there is not actually a tower to push there, so instead they're moving towards the Roche bit.
It's Joe, are you AFK or something? No. But he does get caught out, nonetheless. Iceberg, one more right click, still gets the kill. So, Ace in the right place at the right time, showing off the Shadow Blade. Now trying to maybe catch someone else off guard. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, maybe not advantage, make a trade out of it, but Ace and Noya up top can't even keep up with all these kills all over the map now. But overall,
Yeah, Team
C9 coming out ahead.
Team Spirit are just not getting the pickoffs they want. Oh, well, there's one at least.
That's one, yeah. That's a lot of gold actually coming as well. Baby Knight somehow managed to get his way up to a killing spree. BZ claimed that one for himself, getting closer to the Manta style. Meanwhile up
Top.
here,
Oh,
Radiant's bottom
speaking
tower
of killing
has fallen.
sprees.
yeah, Ace is getting really big. He has really enjoyed his time up on the bottom lane.
I'll take that. Worthy tribute.
What do you think about the Shadow Blade pickup in general? And this game in particular?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I really,
Dire's structures are fortified.
I have my doubts. It's good
Radiant's
for
bottom tower is under attack.
not giving away your movement mostly. Like, you're not going to get in and out of fights with it, because you're going to get dusted, you're going to get glimpsed, you're going to get the corrosive haze on top of you. But as a way to obscure your map movements, it is pretty dang solid. So I think that's the way he's got to use it.
Radiant's
And
middle
they got to
tower is
keep
under
Team
attack.
Spirit split up here.
It's DK Phobos and his creep. Nigel on the Alpha Ball of the Silence. Also control from Master Joe. They will bring it down, assassinate just in case. You gotta be careful about feeding these helm creeps, but in the meantime, Vengeful Spirit caught out on the wrong side of the kinetic field. Vansco will be punished for it. Turn it into 2-for-1 trade, maybe 3-for-1. Look at this! So much burst, no spin from Juggernaut coming out. I don't think he expected this much damage.
He did not. And I think this is, well, in the first game Team Spirit were the ones with the hero that the other team didn't understand, namely the Tiny. And in this case, the Puck is doing so much work.
Master Joe's one of his heroes here, follow-up silence here, despite the Yules, expensive Yules. Queen of Pain forced into that, but yeah, 2 sources of silence means you have one for before and one for after.
Dire's middle
Yeah,
tower
it's
is
pretty telling that he got forced into buying heals in the first place. And now he finds out that it won't even save him.
Both of these heroes there anyway. Oh, shows his face up top, gets bonus strike on Starter, help is on the way. Master Joe chasing FNG. Oh, they missed the coil, that's unfortunate. That would have been a kill otherwise. As it stands now, he just gets glimpsed back into another crush potentially here, and Noya will have to man fight up against FNG. Instead, he just tries to walk away. Static Storm used on the Puck, but not keeping him there. They'll win this particular skirmish. They'll also end up bringing down Puck with BCC making rotation for him. But now, Ace, Baby Knight come in and try and bring down the Slaughter. And they will, but what cost? Cost of the ages here. Didn't even notice them going for Roche. Meantime, went so fast, but Ace doesn't actually have the Shadow Blade, and 3 heroes around him. Rise might have to go for defensive swap. Not even gonna be worth it with the vacuum bringing them close anyway. This time it's C9 biting up a bit more than they can chew. Baby Knight also finds himself in a really tough position. You're trying to make some trap on an Iceberg, but very hard
Yeah,
to get
that was
target.
costly.
That was just ice too big for the stomach, I guess.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah, it's... If they use the fight on top as a distraction tactic to go for Roche, that's fine. But then you should just take the Roche as winning the
middle
trade
tower is under
instead
attack.
of going top and trying to make use of these heroes you can see up there. That was a bit too fast, a bit too rushed, and now they don't have the H's anymore, and they gave up a full team wipe as well.
C9 is very strong if they're the ones dictating the pace of the fight, and if they can go in, get that quick pick off while they're using their control factors. As it stands, without that, and look at this again, this helm creep will be punted down by Heston because that's worth 125 gold. That's at least the third or fourth creep I've seen that Team Spirit feed. Gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, he needs to pay attention to his micro. Pressure on top. Spirit is not going to react to this. They want to trade instead. They might not even trade the tower, they just trade jungles for now.
Tower is under attack.
Baby Knight might be in trouble though. See in the jungle area. Pops a drum charge. Gets limps back, but he gets the help on the way. He realizes this too. He is trying to go for the kill on to Iceberg, forcing him to use up and pop the Invis.
Radiant's middle
Ultimately, he
tower
will
is
survive,
under
get healed up by that.
Dyer's top tower is
Middle lane, Ace tries to go for the 9, does it actually.
Nice.
Good on that.
I'm actually
Makes a bit of a
surprised
trade out
to...
of it still.
Yeah. Surprised to see the sniper going for a Yasha first instead of finishing up his Hurricane Pike. I think if he had the Hurricane Pike he might have actually been able to make the escape there. And the gap closing on Team Spirit is going to be his problem. So...
Well, running into each other now. Ace gets blown up. He just walks. Tries to walk across the entire team. Venska will well play Static Storm. Also finished off the puck. Glimpse back Kanoya, so that'll be another casualty. More than likely, there it is. Rise unable to help out. Sticking around for a little bit too long now. Iceberg with the blink, but gets stunned up on the tier 3. Not sure what that was about, but helped up. Another swap back. This time he has to blink off cooldown. Glimpse back now onto Rise. Can't walk through the wall again. I think it just gets slowed down. BCC with the spin as well. As that Iron Shell, a lot of damage over time.
Not sure
once
that
again with just a
wall usage.
one kill after the other.
Yeah. They don't have the wall to move up on the high ground now though. So I expect to see them, yeah, they're backing off actually.
Still plenty of objectives left to be taken outside of the high ground, so I don't think you want to commit for that anyway.
And if you're Cloud9 right now, you're gonna be worried about losing all these towers. You are the one with Drow, you're the one that should be working away at the from a distance. Oh, they got Ace.
This is starting to look worse and worse. Team Spirit getting a lot more than they should at this point.
They really managed to break C9's tempo at the fight up top, and they're not letting go right now. So if I'm Team Spirit right now, I would feel pretty confident that if I just get my tempo up, that C9 would not have a good way to go back into the game. The gold lead of C9 has actually reverted already. It's back into the favor of Team Spirit.
Also translating, items Iceberg after the duels has the Aghanim Scepter now finished, so that turns it into a 40-second cooldown on a Sonic Wave. Which is pretty damn good in a game like this where you have a bunch of squishy heroes. And with Meanwhile on bottom, actually gonna take a fight. Darkseid dies first, Primal Spring onto FNG, and he's still being locked down by that Dream Call. BZZ comes through with a blink on top of the Monkey King. Just bring him down with a couple of extra right clicks.
That was a really nice trade for C9.
Yep.
It was the first time we saw the Dream Coil plus the Wukong's command, and it worked out very nicely. So BZZ can only really clean up after that, and C9 may have just gotten themselves a little bit of leeway.
I think they're gonna take these kind of trades where, like, even if they trade even, as long as the cores are still alive, at least Baby Knight and Ace. As long as they're alive, as long as they're farming or even getting some of these kills, I think they're gonna be fine with it, because they need a little bit more time to buy more utility to try and deal with what Team Spirit have in terms of burst and initiation. I feel like they could use BKBs in this game quite a lot.
For sure. Something else that's interesting to notice is that the ward coverage for Team Spirit is far from ideal right now. They have got nothing up, and in the meanwhile C9 has that deep ward up top and a defensive one on bottom, basically claiming 2/3 of the map for themselves, all the way up to this line over here. So
glimpses around the Roche pit, but yeah, now Team Spirit is also starting to get some of these extra wards out to remedy that situation.
yeah, they really needed to temporize here, get their grip back, but you can already see
Radiant's
drawing on the
bottom
map.
tower is under attack.
There's a big gap
C9
in
is
now.
going for a smoke.
Full 5-minute smoke. Gonna run into most of Team Spirit right now. We do have DK Focus on the other side of the map. 10 seconds in TP, so should be able to
Oh, they should
join
not
once the
fight up
fight
to the high
starts.
ground.
But BZZ gonna be the first one to be caught out and brought down instantly. And this is a great start for C9. Without him, I don't think they can really fight here. Leap up to the trees. But the rest of Spirit already trying to run as far away as possible. But C9, Bloodlust has caught them here. Ah, the silence misses the FNG. Neuer still gets a stun off on the Primal Spirit here. Assassinate, do some extra damage. DK Focus with a TP through. Ready to turn us around, but Neuer gets a look on his command out. Just his own. Baby Knight with a vision blink. Instant swap though, and FNG ends up falling to Baby Knight. Follow silence on Venskor. The vacuum comes up, but DK Phobos didn't get the memo that this fight was already over. Now the silence on Iceberg still gets this the blink off because there's no extra control, but the damage has already been done.
And I thought they could go
heroes
around
in a
it.
casual chain feed, and yeah, now this tower pushing comes into place. E9 brought it down to T2. Now they're looking for high ground. No buyback just yet, but they have to wait for next creep wave at the very least, thanks to this Axe ultimate.
That was all the beautiful swap from Rise.
Yeah.
Spirit thought they could fight around the Thunderdome, but Rise just puts them back into it, and Spirit are committed. They gotta go.
Glimpse
But
kind of off the
they
mark.
do not like-
Joe comes in. Dual Scepter. Now he has his own Dual Scepter to work with as well to know some of that extra damage. Neuer comes in. Now the spinners put waste a beautiful boundless strike. Also catches Slaughter to call down absolutely everybody. Forces them to blink out, but BZZ, well, he can't do that. Neither can Venskor. Joe tracks him down, gets himself a double kill. Just like that, 3 more heroes take a spill. The fresh creep wave is there. It can be taken care of by the Queen of Pain. We're already set up for that, but nice and vacuum more coming. Actually, so much burst damage being done to C9. Now they're the ones who are dying. Ace, no health, no mana, but he's covered in Shadowblade. Biebernator, he's ready to fight. Iceberg just with the random damage. Random AoE in the back gets the kill. And I don't think C9 want to continue this here, just with limited utility left on these last 82 heroes. I don't think they expected this much to come out.
They did not see the combo coming. They had no vision up on that high ground. And you can sort of see the Queen of Pain and the Darkseer looking at each other and going like, yeah, these guys are very fragile. We're just gonna blow them all the way to the moon. And they did.
They've really no sustain to speak of on the side of C9. They don't even have a helm of their own for that extra passive region. They have no mechanism of any kind, no sustain spells, no urn. There's no urn actually on Veteran Spirit, but it's hard to win.
Very all in.
Spirit, for Roshan of their own, they have to start to make that easy. Yeah, but Neuer now props the ultimate, gets stunned up by the Centaur and brought down inside the Static Storm, more than likely, so that would be command. Far from effective, there's still gonna be enough to set up for a kill on one, but now Rise being caught out, Neil on the back. Something happening here. Well, Ace starting to right click left, right, and center. It's only the creep though now. As the Joe trying to take care of Venskor, and he will, but now BZ up against Ace, forcing him into the Shadowblade. Joe still sticking around, but he's a puck with a blink, with the Yules, with face shift. He should be able to survive this, but Ace maybe not so much. Omni Slash, he tanks up the whole lot. Shrine,
that was a
Regen,
miscalculation
not gonna be
from him
enough.
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Radiant's middle tower
Needed
is under
to keep an eye on the Shadowblade. to rely on his
Team
invis
Spirit will
right
finish the
there.
rush.
Yeah. They're left alive with way too many heroes. Joe can maybe try and snag it if he's a monster. Oh yeah? Not quite.
You're gonna
With the
try?
vision nerfs, yeah, he's gonna have to get closer. Now he's actually coming in here. Joe didn't get it. He did not. He did.
Yeah, he
He
did.
got the Aegis, he got the last hit even on Roshan! And now he's a puck, so he should be able to get himself out of there too. Maybe, maybe not. Phase shift. Orb. Yeah, he's surviving.
He is.
For now, yeah, Iceberg, he
fine.
really wants revenge. They'll get it on Rise at the very least. Was it worth it for C9 though?
You're not breaking the tempo here. There's too many heroes dead yet again. But I like to say in the long run, yes. Because
Top tower has fallen.
Team Spirit can't really go on right now. You can see them falling back already. This is too dangerous with the Drow backup. And I think if you lose the Aegis there, you lose 2 towers.
Yeah, for sure. So in that sense, C9, they're really committing. They're really committing hard to this playstyle, and they're like, all right. We know that we have to play balls to the wall on this one, and that's exactly what they're doing. Joe, absolute MVP for them this game. Both in
Yeah,
lane
he's been playing great.
afterwards with like setting up so many kills. 11, 6, and 15. This guy. In a
That's an
high octane
off-lane
game.
puck.
Yeah. Look at these kill scores by the way. 32 and 38, and we're barely 30 minutes into it.
That's more than 2 kills a minute.
Yeah.
These people are not letting up. So I'm
the
curious
graph.
to see
Oh,
where
yeah.
the...
Look at the gold graph. Right around the 0 line.
See. Yeah, up and down, up and down. Both dips have been, well, both the dip and the up have been one team breaking the other's tempo, getting their grip back on the game, and I think both of them have about an equal chance of winning this right now. It's all about who gets the jump, who catches the other out of position.
Do you see any items coming out soon that would change the dynamic any? Because like, on both sides we already have some very combat effective items, especially once again the puck. Use it for an Agnum Scepter, which is great up against especially your Juggernaut and any potential BKBs, and now going back for the Dagon, some extra damage.
Yeah, and Baby Knight actually still hasn't finished up that Hurricane Pike. We are fully committed here. He is going in for a Daedalus instead. He does not need mobility, he needs damage.
Yeah, he knows if he gets caught out, like the fight's done anyways, he just relies fully on his team to set up for him. But now Rise actually finding them here, and look at this, BZZ dies first, DK4 was with the back combo, trying to do it, but it's only Neuer who's taking the damage here. Now Joe with the control, they're trying to focus on Iceberg. Nice little dodge there on the Assassinate, but the right clicks are still there. DK4 was just trying hard to do something, but all he can do is try and walk away. Ace with a casual triple kill, just sitting there, throwing down
they
arrows.
They vacuumed the puck out of the Disruptor ulti.
What? Oh no.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate. Like, if that doesn't happen, that's an absolutely great Disruptor ult. But he gets out of the wall, and he gets the opportunity to escape.
Yes, sure.
And they suffer the consequences.
Sorry, it was just a little bit enamored by Joe. He dropped his items on one shrine for efficiency, then he walks. It wasn't quite enough to bring him back to full, so just walks over to the other without picking the items up.
Yeah, he looked pretty naked there for a moment. But Team Spirit, they were initiating, because the Slaughter wasn't even in that entire fight. He initiated over on the left, and then before his team could follow him like down here, they were all gathered and fighting here, while the Slaughter was just picked off somewhere on the side.
Yeah. That was, I think that was the key reason why C9 won that fight. I mean, they had Rise and Neuer in the front line, who still did some work. They were the ones who, like, poking the Team Spirit side and say like, here, look at who it is. we're coming in, we're backstabbing you. So it's like the static storm being dropped down, the back combo, even the ultimate from the campaign. I think it only caught Neuer. So a lot of this commitment, a lot of this attention to Team Spirit was split between these two sides, and ultimately that led to the damage dealers from C9 being able to stay alive, and as a joke, being able to provide enough follow-up control to secure accurate kills.
For sure. You need to be able to use all of that burst damage to get at least one of these big damage dealers down. Ideally the Drow, but I think you'd settle for the Sniper. And then after you can take the fight. But they got neither. So, right now both teams are mostly trying to get those lanes pushed out so that they can... Oh. Ace, are you okay? Ace is more than okay, look at the damage!
I think the answer is yes. And I'm pretty sure Juggernaut propped the coil. He didn't have much of a choice. It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation. You know, against Aghanim Scepter, so if you break that call, it's what, 3 seconds of stun? 4.5 seconds, never mind. But if he stayed in, he would have died just as surely. Wow.
Yeah, there was nowhere to run. They went in for a quick pick-off and they just didn't realize that there were heroes all up behind that.
Alright, now look at this, C9. They were caught out in a similar position earlier. So this is why we see them spread out very, very far from each other. There's not the down by DK focus again, because still a decent amount of damage here.
Yes.
Vacuum wall into Crush now, so if G comes back ready with the blink, plus the Sonic Wave, just static zone and everything, but don't even need to get close to bring down a Rex, you can save a ridiculous amount of damage. The sniper alone.
And a ridiculous amount of range. So, his buildings are gone. And if Team Spirit doesn't watch out, this is just gonna happen again. You jump on someone, you get counter-initiated, you lose all of your buildings. There's no way to hold them.
To hold on to this particular shrine, which is so important for Roshan control. The big guy might spawn pretty damn soon.
I'll take that.
I think both teams are gonna look towards getting that, and both have a very good lineup to fight it. They found Ace again.
Walking up, they're showing up Scythe onto the Guard Ranger, so it's a great kill again. But trying to fight here, Vacuum. Command is out though, but he gets the late. Tries with a defense swap, and SJO gets crushed up as he walks back in. That's actually not good at all. This comes back to what you were talking about earlier. It really comes down to who finds a jump and who gets initiation.
This time they just blew up the Drow right off the bat, no hesitation. And as a result, C9 does not pose a threat in the upcoming fight. Just get taken down one by one. So now it's Team Spirit's time to hit some buildings.
They should be a couple of buybacks here, unless C9 lets go of this set of racks. I'd be too surprised considering they have that super creep advantage already. Right? So, buyback from SJO. Rise and Neuer will come back in a couple of seconds. No Ace for 30. They're actually having a hard time bringing down this tower. All this extra armor. And they're all stepping for it. Maybe swap back potential damage. Rise comes back in. Almost striking. It just makes damage. And now the Crush Vacuum. Oh no. C9, what have you done? Baby Knight lives back into the front lines. They have to buy back now as Ace finally returns normally.
They tried to make the optimal play there by holding them off with just a couple of heroes, but instead they overcommit.
Comes out, Neuer trying to control Study Saw makes it a little bit harder. Baby Knight and Ace, and that caught on the Crush from MG. They have to deal with this hero before they can throw meaningful damage to the backlines. He's bashing and crushing so much, setting up for Iceberg, but now he's being silenced up. Yield Scepter to follow up. He throws on the ultimate. Baby Knight dodges it, so and as a result, they can still get the kill. That Omni Slash wasted from BCC, so now he has to run away. I don't even know what's going on anymore. So much bloodshed in this mid lane, but somehow they keep the Rex alive. So is this still a worthwhile hold for C9?
I don't think so. They had to buy back on pretty much everyone there. Even though they already had the enemy mid-racks, they could have just traded. And instead they expend all of this gold to maintain what is a very minimal advantage. Like, a side racks is worth more than a mid racks, simply because of the fact that you will actually force a team to move over to a specific side of the map to deal with it.
Yeah. And
a mid lane can always easily be pushed out again. So this is risky, and Baby Knight, didn't he just buy back?
Yeah, Glin's back. He gets a kill. At what cost? He'll die to BZ inside the static storm, so I guess he can get the long cooldown out of the books, but now if they can catch BZ, that'd be great as well. They do have that axe coil available. Meanwhile, though, around the Rush Pit, Ace with a DD rune will be controlled up by FNG, back in for Phobos. I have no idea what's going on. Ace on the outside of the pit all of a sudden. Now the Wukong's command here in the area of 3 heroes. Slaughter dies, BZ caught up in that whole shebang as well. And DK Phobos is not in the woods yet either. They blink after him, they catch him with the stun. Limps back on 1, but there's still plenty of heroes. They will be able to right click him down in the end. And Venskor TP'd in to help. Right now it's only Rise who's just trying to keep track of him, and he should be able to, especially with Passenger all joining in. This will be another kill eventually. All the meanwhile, Ace just trying to solo Roche. This game, I don't know if I can survive this. Oh, he's sitting the invis here. Seems good. His iceberg comes in. Oh, it's just so smart actually, sitting on the edge too. So this observer ward from Dire's side cannot scout him out. So Iceberg, he was looking for the kill on Ace, but he couldn't get it because he was waiting for his team to catch up.
And now it's actually worth it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle this game, kids. If it goes on like this, I just die of a heart attack in the middle of it.
That Wukong's command was just murder. They could not get to him. And yeah, C9 gives up a couple of kills again, but that's worth it.
Sorry. They actually catch Slaughter, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Force ups them up to the high ground.
Yeah, and if Team Spirit gives them this shot, it's actually worth it to have that midline pushing in all the time. Because normally you would go through the mid, then push the side lane and have 2 lanes up here at the same time. And instead they can just wait for the mid lane to do that on its own. So this is a good moment, as good a moment as any for C9 to get their second set of racks. And they're going to have to, because their 5 backs are down.
By this high ground ward, he's some good combos being down. Ace is still sitting on the outside, but BZZ actually transfers the arm slash over. He will die and loses it. Assassin Joe still in the middle of that, no ultimate to throw up, and at the very least can burst down Iceberg. Immediate buyback, Ace still in the middle of that, able to walk outside of this kinetic field just in time, so this is still alright. You got the tier 3, only lost the supports plus the Aegis. That is Baby Knight now though. No Hurricane Pike means that yeah, Iceberg will be able to finish the kill even though BZ gets stopped by the coil.
They lose 2 heroes to that kinetic field, which is, if they lose only 1 there, they probably get to turn that fight around after the Aegis pops. But instead they're 3 versus 4 with the Iceberg buyback. And they can just not make a hold. Even though Ace was actually walking up to the high ground over here just to be able to snipe down at everyone, they realized that it was not enough and they had to bail.
I think the biggest problem for C9 was that they didn't check for vision up on the high ground. They had an observer ward there, but no sentry. So Team Spirit knew exactly what they were in for when they initiated. Once again, this is what it comes down to. Oh, Iceberg! He's in this, but the sentry ward being plopped down just now. He should still end up dying here, and he does. And that's the dieback too. Swap back into the static storm though. as they turn it around themselves. Neuer dies. Ace caught in the middle of all of this, being controlled up, but they don't actually have the vision for him. Hestijo, they're focusing on him instead, but he's just able to walk back towards the fountain. Him and Ace using the personal fountain rise in the middle of all that. He will take his middle himself, so. And no buyback in him either, they used it earlier actually. It's switching to buyback status. Ace has it available. It's the only one inside of C9, and Neuer will have it come off cooldown soon. But hey, there it is. Hestijo is going in half without an ultimate even. Just trying to delay as much as they can. Baby Knight's sitting in the side here, right-clicking away, but now he's being slowed down by the field plate. BZ looking for the kill with the Omni Slash, will be able to secure despite the fountain. Now Ace, together with Hestijo, caught up with a crush on 2. Trying to make it to another fountain, but it's not gonna work yet. They're all gonna lose their lives now. Trying to delay, trying to hold on to those melee racks. And they might actually have to buy back just to secure the bot racks now because of these pickoffs. There it is, Hestijo. He has his ultimate available, but you will need Ace to do the extra damage, despite the Dagon. Despite the plus 420 Blazed ability.
There we go.
There it is. Back forced out as Neuer comes back.
Oh,
Neuer
the missed
will miss, and that's actually quite costly, because now Team Spirit can go and rely on their mobility in the fights.
Radiant's top
It's
tower.
4v4 though. If I'm Team Spirit, I do not take this. I think I'm happy with forcing the buyback here. Oh, but they're going in.
FNG caught out! Just blinks into the trees up against the Monkey King. This is not a safe space, not at all. It used to be, but all the way back in TA1, all the way up to
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
until Monkey King got a hero,
Yeah.
turned into a hero in this game.
The
Trees
base
definitely
royal
insane.
primate strikes again.
Alright, so C9, once again, they somehow hold. They use a lot for it. Once again, throwing the
That
buybacks at Spirit.
Yeah, that was such a bloody mid-rex to take for Team Spirit. Incredible how many C9 lives went to waste over those buildings.
Ah, this will come in handy.
6 kills per minute, please. High
This-
octane game, if I've ever seen one.
This has been a video game, for sure.
Yes. As Gareth would say, yeah, it's been a game of Dota 2 where heroes cast spells.
And do a
Right-click,
hell of a lot of right-clicking.
Let's actually look at that right
Cloud
now.
9.
Yeah, Sniper, he has a this 300 bonus damage, 160 base. Ace, something similar level, so about 500 for each of those. This is a big smoke. They can secure some kills there. They have already thrown down the scan, which will not clip anybody though.
Was very close.
I'll take
This
that as
mid lane is back in the balance, which means they can't just sit behind it and wait for it to push because it's not going to anymore. So instead, they move towards the bottom shrine.
And these are worthy targets. 150 gold each. So 1500 gold for both shrines.
Not to mention a very important point in the map control because you can still teleport towards them. And it takes so much mobility away from a team when they're not able to do that anymore.
That smoke did was secure that shrine, but also secure the temple. I can pump up a little bit. And the push is still coming though, and I want to give Team Spirit the advantage because they have all the buybacks in the world. At least on the Juggernaut, as well as the Darkseer and the Slaughter, who are very important control factors so far. They might want to hold on a little bit longer until Iceberg also has his own.
They're actually waiting for the Roche, which hasn't really happened so far this game. Everyone was content to just run at each other instead of looking for the extra security.
That being said though, I believe that's the 4th Roche coming up because the last one included a cheese.
Yeah, it's
The
the
last
fourth.
Roshan fight, that worked out very well for C9, so maybe they can repeat that at the same time. The very slow respawn time. FNG, if he's patient enough, he'll set up out immediately. C9 with some smoke, they're expecting that this could be perhaps the play. This could be an early Roche, and Team Spirit sort of grouped up, but not really here. They see DK focused on bottom, so this will be the time to go. Smoke breaks on Rise. They see BZZ as he goes for the rune, but they cannot get to jump on top of him. And this gives Team Spirit time to consolidate their forces. They're grouping up themselves. They got themselves an Alpha Wolf, which is super nice.
Big man is up. T9 has positioned themselves on their high ground.
Gotten that pick off on BZZ that could have actually made or broken the team frame as it stands. Pushing up the middle lane a little bit. 9 waiting on the high ground.
Spirit scout with the Alpha Wolf at first. They'll notice that there's no one on the primary high ground here, so they're gonna have to assault this fortress here if they want to go into it. And instead, they are like, "Alright, you can come down to us instead, C9."
C9 technically should have the vision advantage here, just with the being able to throw down the orbs. Was Moya just slowly inching forward. There's no war to speak of for either team right now.
This is a standoff as old as time.
Yeah, this might very well decide the game. If C9 can delay this for another 1.5 minutes, they're gonna have buyback on Ace as well as Sessujo again. At least when it comes to cooldowns, Ace is actually have enough money, not by a long shot. Well, this might turn into an issue if he does get caught out in the middle of this. Starting to chip away. See inside the pit, they have the reading one using on the outside. Sessujo waiting for an opportunity, but now he gets jumped on actually. They tried to jump on him. Static Storm comes out, he still has the ult, so that's an end. Eventually wastes Static Storm. Moya throws down a Wookiee's command just for zoning. They can start themselves now really quickly, then this could be worthwhile. As it stands, also nice and silence down too. Then styles it off on BZZ. Sessujo actually gets bursted down. He doesn't have the core. Already used a little bit earlier. And Meme on the back. Vacuum wall on 2. It's Rise and Baby Knight being brought down. Ace, where's he at? He's just trying to play up against Queen of Pain, but he has plenty of utility right now to just deal with them once in silence.
That escalated so quickly.
That is a devastating loss for C9. They have to let go of this from champ. They have to hold on, try and hold on to the base. Baby Knight doesn't buy back. Actually, you just use it now, didn't you? And Sessujo's buyback will come back on cooldown. Now, he does have it available. High ground as it stands. What is going on here? Ace, you cannot afford this! You cannot afford be caught out like this. His buyback comes with cooldown, but he does not have enough money, and if Team Spirit realizes that, then they can win the game right now.
I think they could also not afford to not take the chance. This top wave is huge. If he gets past them, if he gets to ride this wave all the way to the top racks, he might actually give Spirit enough reason to retreat. But instead he gets caught. There's no more split pressure, and the buildings are falling.
As soon as they hit the top racks, they then realize that Ace not buying back. They could go all the way. They could go all the way to Mega Creeps, which makes it almost impossible for C9 to win this game if it goes any longer. Need to win a big team fight right the hell now. Men will start there, taking off the Aegis, but they will ultimately. It still has buyback. Vacuum on to Baby Knight, trying to make it all the way back to the fountain. Vacuum back out side of it, and he will die, and this is it. All 3 damaging cores without buyback. C9 forced to call the GG, and what is one of the most action-packed games of Dota I've seen in a while. Team Spirit secure the 2-0 victory in the best.